South Americans.
Leafcutter ants, as they are commonly called, is a generic name that encompasses 47 species from the genera Atta and Acromyrmex. The way you can tell them apart morphologically is by looking at the spines on their thorax. You will notice that while Atta has 3 pairs of spines, Acromyrmex has 4 pairs of spines. Also, if you have the 2 specimens with you at the same time, you should be able to feel a rougher exoskeleton in Acromyrmex. Leafcutter ants are polymorphic, meaning they have different morphs of workers, which I shall go further into detail later. Leafcutter ants are, from what I have researched, monogamous, meaning they have no more than one queen. I will explain the funding process later in this video. They feed exclusively on the fungus they grow, which can make it difficult to raise them in captivity. Both Atta and Acromyrmex are neotropical ants, meaning they are native to the New World. They can be found all the way from southern United States to northern Argentina. Their nests are made underground from dirt. Some are estimated to hold up to 9 million ants. Here are a few clips from a documentary that I don't remember its name, showcasing the infrastructure of the ant colonies. If you are interested, I'll put the name of the documentary in the description down below in case you want to go and check that out. So yeah, let's watch.
The next stage of the investigation was to find out what one of these subterranean cities looked like. The amount of cement required is extraordinary. For 3 days they kept pouring, until 10 tons of cement had disappeared down the tubes. After a month, they begin the excavation, led by Professor Louise Forci. With the help of mechanical diggers, the scientists remove tons of earth. At last, they begin to see the structure of the city-state. There are subterranean highways connecting the main chambers, and off the main routes are side roads. The paths branch and lead to many fungus gardens and rubbish pits.
Okay. They will usually have satellites around the main nest which have the same function as the rest of the nest, but it makes it harder to find the chamber with the queen since she could be in any of them, as well as allowing for the gases produced from growing fungus to escape. Leafcutter ants, as I mentioned previously and briefly, are polymorphic, meaning they have different types of workers. The queen, as in any other species, is the one who starts the colony and lays eggs. And then come the soldiers. They have the function of protecting the colony. Their huge heads contain mainly muscle, which allows them to have a bite powerful enough to split enemies in half. But this power comes with a cost. Since they are not able to feed themselves, they depend on the rest of the workers of the colony to feed them, and they will die if left on their own. A common misconception is that they eat the leaves they collect. This is technically not true, as I'm about to explain. There are 3 types of workers: the leaf cutters, which are the ones who cut the leaves, flowers and grass bits, then transport them back to the nest. By the way, these are also the ones that you have been seeing on the background of this video. Inside the nest, a smaller set of workers cuts the pieces brought into smaller bits, which are then taken into the garden. They also have the function of feeding the soldiers, by the way. And finally, the smaller cast of ants have the function of gardeners. They tend the fungus and control what type of leaves are the fungus receiving. Generally speaking, they tend to prefer sprouts and freshly fallen leaves for farming. Unlike popular belief, they won't target every plant they are able to get their jaws on. While it is common to see them attacking plants, they have been known to be really picky on what they feed their fungus, seemingly knowing which plants are harmful to them. Another function that the smaller workers have is that they are able to produce a special bacteria, which works as a pesticide for the fungus. Evolution is such an amazing process that all these organisms, the leafcutter ants, the special bacteria that the workers produce, the fungus, and the parasites that feed on the plant are all codependent, meaning they need each other to survive and exist to begin with. As in most ant colonies, leafcutter ants take part in a nuptial flight. This will usually occur from October to December. The queens then must go through quite an odyssey to start the new colony. Every queen leaves their nest with a spore of fungus from their home colony. They then mate with as many males as possible while evading predators, which nearly every carnivore potentially is. If they have escaped all this, they then must make a nest, and from that initial spore grow the fungus while simultaneously taking care of the initial brood. While the brood develops, the queen keeps her garden fertilized by her own feces. I previously discussed how leafcutter ants are dependent on their fungus to decide which types of plant matter they will be collecting, so then once the ants are by these resources, they will cut them into more manageable pieces with their powerful jaws, then taking them back to their nest for further processing. One thing I have noticed about them is that their bodies don't seem to be able to withstand the midday temperatures of South America. During this time, they tend to abandon their leaves and pass it inside their nest until the temperatures are more manageable. They are often seen as pests because of the damage they can potentially cause. A large colony can get rid of guava trees in a matter of days, for example. During the nuptial flights, the queens are eaten as a delicacy known as hormiga culona or big-ass ants. Though more common when resources are scarce, battles do happen within colonies. Let's watch the fast cam. While leafcutter ants are a common species in South America, I have yet to see a successful colony raised from a single queen. They can be hard to keep, especially since they require really specific conditions for their fungus to grow. They don't feed on much more things, which increases their responsibility in taking care of them. I personally won't be keeping a colony of them anytime soon, and I can't say I would recommend it for beginners. Thank you guys so much for watching this formicumentary. It really means a lot to me. It took quite a while of planning to get the information, video clips and editing everything together. Definitely let me know what your thoughts are and where you would like to see these types of videos with other ants in the comment section.